Hello everyone, this is Rob. I'm eating my lunch, went down the store, bought this. Should go well with my breakfast of 3 cups of coffee with hazelnut creamer. Don't tell my mother, she would be very upset. But I did take my vitamin, so everything's okay. Anyways, I wanted to just put a plug in again for the playlist that I emailed everybody on the story of Hal. And in all seriousness, if you haven't checked that out, I really hope that you do, because I tried to depict the story in the best way I could, but people need to know what's going on in family courts. So many things in family courts get sealed, and that happens on purpose because there is so much crap going on that family courts, lawyers, judges don't want you to know about. There are things going on right now in family courts that you would not believe happened in the United States of America. I wouldn't have believed it. But having gone through Hal's story, I do. Okay, another thing I wanted to share, random thought number 2. I bought this watch, it's the Timex, and, incidentally, anecdote, I got it in the mall at a store called, get this, the store is called Dick's. Seriously. And I went in and I got it, and you know one thing I noticed while I was shopping for this watch? These couples come in, and you know I'm gay, so it's totally okay. But you know they're obviously gay because gay guys coming in, and some of them holding hands, and some of them kind of just you can tell. I mean I could tell. And they're walking in, and it's like Dick's. What the hell? They look around and it's like it's a sporting goods store, and they're totally surprised. And you'll see some of them go back out, look at the sign, walk back in, like, hell, why the hell they call this place Dick's? I think they were expecting something else. I mean, there was one couple that just kept coming back, and I was there, I saw them in the counter, I knew what they were thinking. So, I casually walk up and I said, dude, it's called Dick's, but let down here, it's a sporting goods store, okay? I said, well, if you want to, there's jock straps down on aisle 6. They got some pretty cool pictures on the boxes, but besides that, anyways, I was buying this watch, and I needed something waterproof because I'm tired of going into the shower, having to take my watch off, having to put it back on, and it wears out my band. I want to just have a watch on so I can keep it on all the time. And I'm so nearsighted, I wear contact lenses. In the middle of the night, I don't know what the hell the time is. I wake up and I can't see my clock, so I can just, look at this thing, and I can tell what time it is. So I wanted a waterproof watch, a digital. So I went down there and I paid like $120. Not too much for a good watch, but I mean that's a fair amount of money. And I took it home, and I wore it in the shower, and I was so excited because I got out and I'm like, oh, it's still ticking. Yeah, this is waterproof. So I went back to the box and I looked, unwrapped the instructions and everything, and I found out that this thing, I can wear this 155 meters under the water. I mean, imagine that. And I thought that was really cool because I definitely got my money's worth, but I started thinking about that. Who the hell is going to go 155 meters under the water? I mean, scuba divers can't even go that far. The pressure is tremendous. So I went on the internet just out of curiosity, and I looked up how much water pressure that would be under the ocean surface at that depth. And it's like equal to like 50 elephants. Okay, so what they're saying is that if I wanted to, I could stack 50 elephants up, and they could stand on this watch, and it would be totally okay. I don't know. Because you know what? I was washing the dishes the other day wearing this watch, and it hit the countertop and it got a scratch. I think that's kind of bogus. I was tempted to take it out to the driveway just to test it out and back over it with my car. But I didn't do it. I mean, if it can handle 50 elephants, then it should be able to handle a Honda, don't you think? But at least it's waterproof in the shower, and should I decide to go 155 meters under the ocean, it will be fine too. I mean, but how many times does that happen? I mean, the only way that can really happen is if you jump out the window of a submarine. Anyhow, I don't mean to eat in front of you, but I'm really hungry. Okay, another thought that I was thinking on my way to the store. I was looking at a YouTube video, a religious spiritual one, that was talking about how God loves us. Yet we're all free to choose. We have free, what they call, agency. And God's love is unconditional. And He loves us no matter what we choose. But basically, if we don't choose what He wants us to do, He doesn't want anything to do with us. And I was thinking, is that free agency? Okay, so that's like saying there's a dictator to a country. Let's just basically say, let's use this for an example. I'm going to start my own country, pretend. Okay? I'm starting my own country. It's going to be a totally free country. Everyone's going to be free to do what they want because they have free agency. Okay, but I'll tell you something. If they decide to jaywalk, I mean, that's their choice. Off with their heads. If they decide to break my laws, if they decide to break any laws that I put down there, of course, because you know, I need them to follow my laws. And God needs you to follow His for some reason. We don't know why the hell He does, but He needs you to. Maybe He won't be God anymore or something. I don't know. But basically, if you don't follow the laws of the land, we're going to chop off your head. Okay? So you're free. Oh, it's a free country. Yeah, that's something like what Castro set up Cuba. Oh, it's a free country. Yeah, you're totally free, but you break any rules. Is that free? Free agency? Yeah, you're free, but you got to do what I say. Or is that freedom? Okay, so you know what I was thinking all the time I was a Mormon, growing up as a Mormon. Not only was it that I used to believe in some anthropomorphic God, but I used to claim God loves you. He loves you unconditionally. He does. But if you don't do what He says, you're going to resurrect without your genitals. Okay, because that's what they teach. Only people in the celestial kingdom are going to resurrect from the dead with their genitals intact. You're going to resurrect without your genitals. You're going to be cast off to the lowest kingdom. Oh, it's a beautiful place. But God can't have anything to do with you. And basically, you can't progress for all of eternity. So basically, you're damned. Because God needs you to do what He says. He needs you to. He set up rules, and if you don't follow His rules, then He won't be God anymore. He needs people to follow Him. Oh, yeah. Everybody in communist China is free. Yeah, technically they are. If they're free to break any rule they want, but off with your head if you do. Is that freedom? No, that is not freedom. And if we had that in our country, would we be saying we have a free country? No, we wouldn't. Incidentally, I used to ponder that as a Mormon, and I learned the reason why, according to Mormon theology, that God cannot have you in His presence if you break His rules, is because then He would cease to be God. I could see that happening. God, I hate to break it to you. You've been doing a fine job, but we're going to have to let you go. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, here's your notice. You are fired. We need to put an ad in the paper for a new God, please. I don't think that people stop to think about how silly that sounds. Alright, one last thing again. Please, in all seriousness, if you haven't checked out the story of Hal, it's on my page on a playlist. I would really appreciate it if you would. And I would really appreciate it if you would help to share it with the world. Because this kind of stuff needs to be shared. People need to know what's going on. So, I love everybody out there. You are all my friends, whether I know you personally or not. And I love you through your comments and your movies and your channels. Oh, and thank you for putting up with me posting so many videos. And a few days ago, I accidentally sent the same video 3 times, but that wasn't my fault. The server kept popping up and saying there's an internal error or something, and I thought that they weren't sent, so I pushed send again. And I really apologize for that. Really. Okay? So, anyways, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.